Hi guys, I thought I'd do another tutorial for Halloween, so I hope you like it. So you want to start by creating an outline. I'm using a black liner to do this today. This is just a NYX one, but you can use anything. You just want to go around your main features. And then I'm going to cover the whole thing in liquid latex. So you want to go around the line on both sides because you want it to look like you've got skin on both sides. And then I'm going to use some tissue paper. You can use anything, kitchen towel works, but today I'm just going to use toilet roll. And I'm just going to pull at the edges, so you want it to have a real frayed kind of jagged edge. You don't really want any straight lines, and it's really good to do this while it's wet. And then you want to cover the tissue in latex again. And you want to do this a couple of times. Be careful around your hairline. You don't really want to get latex in your hair. It can be a little bit of a nightmare to get out. So just layer that up. As you can see, I'm just applying a little bit more tissue. You want it to be quite thick because in a moment I'm going to go cut through this, so you don't want it to be too thin. Once you've layered up the latex enough, it's time for it to dry. You can leave this to dry naturally, but I tend to use a hair dryer. I find this is just a little bit quicker. I do use it in cool as well, so you want to be really careful not to burn yourself at this point. And then I'm going to cut through the tissue and the latex. Again, you need to be really careful with the scissors. It might be worth if you've got someone around that can help you, just to help you guide through it. In the areas where you've got less tissue and it's a little bit more latexy, it's quite hard to get underneath, so it is good to have someone to help kind of pull the latex while you cut. And you're trying to create like a line the whole way around the face, so it looks kind of like your face is coming off. So you just want to do this the whole way around the latex and pull back the latex as you go, so it's kind of creating like a flap of skin. At this point, you want to make the tissue paper and the latex look like skin, so it's time to start layering up the foundation. You may need to use quite a lot of foundation because the paper is white. It can take a lot to absorb, and it can sometimes still look quite white, so just layer it up all over it, and make sure that you do pop it onto your cheeks area as well, because you do want it all to blend and it to look really natural. I'm then going to go in with some grease paint. This again is a burgundy colour, so I'm just going to use this in the hollow area. I like using quite dark colours for this, so it looks like a deep cut. If you go for kind of more bright red colours, it looks great, but it looks more like a surface wound. So if you want it to look deeper, then go for like your blacks, burgundies, reds. And then start pulling the latex again, just so you can get, you want to make sure that you've got colour all underneath. You don't want anywhere to see your skin tone, so pull it and make sure that you are getting the Grimace paint underneath there. And then using some shadows around the edges, just again to make it look bruised, kind of make it look really natural and make the edges blend really seamlessly. And then use any more foundation if you need it. If you feel like it's not still looking quite like skin, again it just lifts the high points, so pop a little bit more on with a sponge. And then I'm going in with blood. So today I'm using a Smithy one. I'm going to use a mix of colours. This one's a little bit brighter red, which I quite like. And I'm just using it in the whole of the hollow area, so it looks like a fresh wound. I'm using a brush as well, just to brush it in, because at this point I just want, I don't want it to drip at the moment, I just kind of want it to add colour. And use a little bit more shadow if you feel like you need it. I'm actually using some black zombie blood that I just picked up from, I think it was a B&M store, it was like £1. And I like this because it's much deeper, so it adds like a bit of depth to it, and it kind of mixes in with the red blood, which makes it look like scab blood, which can be quite expensive to buy, and I haven't got any of that. So it's just adding some density to it. I'm also going to use my Grimace paint. I like this to give it a drippy effect, so at this point I'm going to actually drip it in areas that you kind of want to. Do this wherever. I think it looks great in random places. You can do it down your forehead, down the sides of the face. And that's the finished look. So I don't really know what to call this look. I suppose it's kind of like a face falling off, maybe putting your face on, I'm not sure. I hope you've enjoyed watching, guys. Thanks!